がここにいるうちの本物のスクールスポーツのために行こうぜベイビーバン手の国は気をつけて、現実になることがありますからね。
The untouchable True School Sports Empire, and y'all know the rest, man. Now listen, we've been talking about this fight here on True School Sports. I was talking about this fight on YouTube before anybody else talked about it on YouTube, but now it's finalized. Shout out to Lawson Station, one of the top convenience stores in Japan. The good folks at Lawson. But this fight, please heed what I'm telling you guys. This fight right here is the most significant fight in Japanese boxing for 2025. I know Naoya Inoue is the most significant fighter for Japanese boxing, but he ain't gonna be in the most significant fight because he's not really doing a whole lot this year. He's fighting some good little fighters, but nothing to write home about. His legacy-defining fights are ahead of him, you know, and I think we can all agree with that. You know, Junta Nakatani, the champions at featherweight, that's what really matters for Inoue, and that's not happening this year. So, for my money, in my opinion, the most significant fight in Japan is this fight right here. Kenshiro Teraji versus Seigo Yuri Akui, WBC, WBA, Unification Flyweight Championship fight. I mean, you can't get no better than this. You know, you got Kenshiro, one of the most dominant fighters in boxing, one of the most dominant little men in the history of boxing, or at least of his era, one of the most dominant light flyweights of all time, trying to continue to put those finishing touches on what I believe already is, with or without this win, a Hall of Fame career, right? And on the other side, you got Seigo Yuri Akui, a fighter that I think has been underrated. I even underrated him for a time till I actually went and I studied his career. And Seigo Yuri Akui, man, this is the same Seigo Yuri Akui that knocked out Masamichi Ibuki in a round. He's defended his belt a couple times. He is right now part of this golden age of Japanese boxing, because right now Japan has 9 active world champions, but he's probably one of the lesser heralded and least talked about champions. So this fight represents a signature fight for him, and he needs this win, right? These guys know each other. They've sparred a couple times, so they're not going to be strangers. These are 2 of the top fighters in Japan and in and around their weight. And man, this, I'm telling you guys, for me, not only is it the most significant fight of the year for Japan and Japanese boxing, but for me, it's one of the top 5 best fights in boxing this year because of the style matchup. We'll start with, let's break it down. Even though I already talked about this a long time ago, let's break it down again because that's how much I like this fight. You have Kenshiro, who is fundamentally sound, has a world-class jab, very, very, very well-conditioned, probably one of the most well-conditioned fighters in the sport, does not get tired, has a laser-guided missile of a straight right hand. I feel like this matchup is going to be his conditioning, his quickness, his stamina, and those kind of things versus the fundamentals and the punching power of Seigo Yuri Akui, because Seigo Yuri Akui does not have the foot speed or the athleticism of Kenshiro, but he does have the conditioning and he does have great timing. And I feel like at this point in Kenshiro's career, Seigo Yuri Akui might even have the better fundamentals, because Kenshiro can make a lot of these fights that he's been having a lot easier. I feel like he's been getting hit too much for my liking in some of these fights. And this might be the fight where it really fully catches up with him and he loses the fight, because he got very fortunate to not lose to Carlos Canizales. A lot of people thought he lost to Carlos Canizales. This is a different set of circumstances, because Seigo Yuri Akui, he's got that eraser in his right hand. He'll knock you the hell out with a straight right hand. So Kenshiro, I think his defense has to be tighter. And I'll say it like this. If Kenshiro comes in the ring fighting Seigo Yuri Akui the way he's been fighting, let's say Carlos Canizales and these guys like Heki Butler, just the recent fights he's had where he's been getting hit a lot, more than he should, I think he might get knocked out, honestly. Honestly, I've seen that. Now, I've been very blessed because I've seen both these guys train in the gym here in Japan. I saw Kenshiro spar about a week ago. I've interviewed them both. They're both you want to talk about 2 fighters that represent Japanese boxing really well. You can't find, you got Inoue, of course, but I'm saying apart from Inoue, you can't really find 2 fighters, in my opinion, that represent Japanese boxing better than these guys. This is a Japanese legacy fight. Straight up, this is a Japanese legacy fight. I don't think Kenshiro's in his prime anymore. I'll just be honest with you. I think he's still very good. I think he's still someone you gotta take extremely, extremely serious, and probably is someone that, in my opinion, should be on the pound for pound list. But I feel like his best boxing is a little bit is behind him. I don't feel like it's in front of him. Seigo, I feel like his best boxing is actually in front of him. So I'm not making Seigo the favorite, but I just think because I still believe in Kenshiro. I still think Kenshiro has more tools than Seigo, and he has more like intangible things you just can't teach. But Seigo has some intangible things too, and Seigo has great fundamentals. That's the one thing when I watched Seigo Yuri Akui train at the gym when I went to go interview him. His fundamentals, like a lot of Japanese fighters have straight punches, really good fundamental base, but he's like really, really fundamentally sound. He's really, really sharp. His punches are a little straighter than most. So Kenshiro likes to kind of have his hand down low, and he's been relying on his reflexes to win these fights. That's not. I really feel like he's gonna have to make some sort of adjustments to his style, because if not, the fundamentals of Seigo Yuri Akui could really do him in this fight, honestly. And if Seigo Yuri Akui gets this win, all of a sudden you're talking about Seigo Yuri Akui as a unified champion. You know, he's potentially on the route to be undisputed. If Kenshiro wins this fight, that would set up the rematch with Anthony Olas Kuwago or Hiroto Kayaguchi in the winner of that fight. So there's just like there's a lot on the line in this fight, and like I'll save this talking point to be extended in my other Kenshiro video I'm gonna do here soon. But like, in my opinion, when you talk about Japanese legacy fights, to me this is the third Japanese legacy fight of Kenshiro's career. You know, fights on the domestic Japanese level, but that are very important on the world level against another Japanese fighter. You know, I would say Kiyoguchi and Yabuki, and then Masamichi Yabuki rematch. Those were the two other legacy fights he had, and he won them. Right, this is his third one. Seigo, I mean, he was in a fight against Masamichi Yabuki, but it was like early in his career, so I don't know if they were classifying it back then as a legacy fight. But I think on this level, like when he's champion and there's like big television involved, and then the main event, I feel like this is Seigo's first legacy fights in Japan. So I'm excited to see how he handles it. He's a no-nonsense guy. He's a family man. Everything about Seigo Yuri Akui is real. You know, and you know, Kenshiro better come better than he's been coming, because if I'm telling you, if he does not come better than, like, if he doesn't bring something a little bit more better and more educated in this fight as far as his defense is concerned, it's not going to surprise me if Seigo puts him out. So I'm not going to make a prediction. I'm still leaning towards Kenshiro, but I know he has to be better to beat Seigo. So I'll leave it at that. We'll have a lot more on this fight. I'm gonna be promoting this fight on True School Sports, because this is a fight that I'm excited about, and people should know about it, and it should be talked about. And leave it to me, you know, BT, the #1 source for Japanese boxing in America. I gotta do it. I gotta really hype this fight up. So that's what we're gonna do. You guys take care. God bless. Let me know what you think. Like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dang. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you click right over here.